These images were not created from my own desire to manifest a photograph. You know, my job was to make that reader who shelled out money for a publication or for a CD feel closer to that person who they really love already or I'm trying to make them love. I really didn't try to have millions of pictures of rock and roll people. I didn't think I was on a path to get the title rock and roll photographer. I just loved making images and I love music. It's just what happened to me. You're trying to make a single image which gets a particular idea across. I don't necessarily think that a photograph is a true depiction of a moment in time. I don't look to images to tell me the truth. I look to images to hopefully move me in a direction that is more loving, compassionate, and caring. I think photographers who focus on making portraits, a great deal of it is who they are as people. I first came to New York when I was in college. I was in a band called The Walking Wounded. So I would come to New York with my band because we played some places like La Dome. We opened for Frank Zappa. I felt everything was here. People who understood me, who were more like me. I just wanted to be around where I felt the most comfortable. There was a recording studio called Secret Sound Studio. Moogie Klingman called me up and he said, "Bob Dylan's here. We want you to come down and take some pictures." I said, "Did you ask him?" And he said, Yeah. Just get down here real quick. I gotta go." And he hung up. I threw my cameras together and I jumped in a taxi. I knew that I had one shot at it, so I walked right in and I stuck my hand right into Bob's and just said, "How do you do? My name is Lynn Goldsmith and I'd really like to take some pictures of you." And he looked at me because I just sort of like barged in. He looked at me and he said, "Well, I already have a photographer here." So I said, "Well, with one photographer, you get one point of view, but with two photographers, you get 2 points of view." He looked at me and he said, "I get your point of view." So I said, "Then I can stay, right?" And he said, "Yeah, go ahead." You know, I just realized that I could make some money from the pictures that I made. Cream and Circus and all of these publications were the music publications of the time. Rolling Stone was another place that I would call up, "Oh, I shot pictures, did you want to see these? This person's great, look at this is happening." So I was like a publicist, and it all worked together when it came to rock and roll.
Okay, action! Yep. Sting! Come back. Right there. Hold it, stop. Hold it, stop. That's it. Good.
Certain people have been photographed so many times that they come in with a face that they already have. You kind of have to bust them. Sometimes that's done with surprise by my screaming at them.
1, 2, 3, go! Look at me! Oh, good one, go on!
Sometimes it's because you need to raise the energy level. Some people need to think that you're crazy because it allows them the space to be crazy.
Yeah, that's it! Smash it! Completely smash it! Jump it! Abby, look up as you jump! Good. I think it's smashed.
Okay. Yep. Good going, yeah. Yep. Excellent. Yeah. I'm far more about trying to create a certain amount of fun in the situation because I want to have a good time.
Sing me some of these lyrics for a second. No, that's good. Fire.
into the pain.
Come on, girl.
I think that when you can get people to collaborate with you, it's because you're having fun together. That's when some truth of who they are comes through.
Treat me like, treat me like fire, 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 fire. Into the pain, into the pain, into the pain, into the pain. Hey, boy, I like your style. Come on.
It was just way more fun for me to photograph women than to photograph men, but there just weren't that many. I would call up labels when they had women, you know, or like, are you signing any women? Debbie, I found that she would do various looks and moves that were against being pretty, but that was in line with being punk. So to have someone as beautiful as her doing things to the camera that were like, you know, it was kind of like, wait a minute, I want you to be beautiful. It was easy to enjoy photographing Patti because Patti enjoyed being photographed. Patti is part of the process. You know, you didn't have to waste time trying to bring her in. She's in it. I think fans and everyone else know when there's a moment of truth. So you have to trash a lot of pictures, and editing can be as important as shooting. I first met Bruce when Rolling Stone assigned me in 1972. It was something about being the new genius. It was really my first assignment for Rolling Stone. I was nervous that this person would know that I didn't know what I was doing. Just because they said he was a genius, I figure he'll know. Like, I never studied photography. I just make it up as I go along. It was 5 years later in talking about those moments that I discovered that, you know, Bruce was all nervous about being photographed by a New York City photographer, you know, by Rolling Stone. I wanted him to be really successful at what he loved to do. And I wanted him to build that women fan base. I also tried to get him to do things that I knew he wouldn't do for other photographers because I felt that the image can't always be the same. I didn't want anyone to know about my romantic relationship with Bruce. I didn't want them to even know I knew Bruce. That was my private life, and it was nobody's business. If he had had a different occupation, I might have married Bruce. But based on what was his passion in life and where I was at the time, that was doomed. I think a piece of me is in every photograph that I take or make. And when it actually works, I feel as though what I've given up in order to be a photographer, in terms of having a family, having a relationship, I think it's worth it. And then when I'm home alone, I look at that picture and I say, "You thought this was worth it?" I always am honored when I hear that a photograph that I've taken has great meaning for them.
I really enjoy your pictures, though.
Thank you. I don't like hearing people telling me, I had a poster with your picture of so-and-so on my wall when I was 5 years old, only because it means that I'm like really old, because the person telling me looks like they're 50. But other than that, I like to hear that the image meant something to them. I think that we find our passions and various things happen along the way. What I'm hoping for is that with the experiences I've had and sharing them, allow other people to think certain things are possible for themselves.